So today I want to go ahead and look at writing an equation for slope-intercept form and changing it from point-slope form to slope-intercept. So the first thing is, if I am given a slope of 3/4 through the point 81, I need to write an equation from that. So my first equation is y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So my slope is this 3/4, that's in red, and then my point is 8,1. So when I fill in the blanks, y minus, in green, 1 equal to 3/4 times x minus 8. And that's my point-slope form. Okay? That's my point-slope form. Now, to write my slope-intercept form, I have to do some extra work. First thing I have to do is distribute this 3/4 times x and 3/4 times -8. I leave the left side alone. Whoops. Then I'm going to multiply 8 times 3 and divide by 4. So 8 times 3 is 24. 24 divided by 4 is 6. The next step I need to do is combine like terms. So I need to add 1 here, add 1 to this guy here. So in the end, I will have y equal to 3/4 x minus 5. And that's my slope-intercept form. Okay? So I'm going to call this guy slope-intercept for short. I'm going to call it SI, slope-intercept form. And I'm going to call this one point-slope. Here, PS. Okay? That's my equation here. Okay. So given my 2 points, I'm going to call this x1, y1, because that's point number 1. And I'm going to call this x2, y2, because that's point number 2. To find the slope, I'm going to take y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's all division going on right here. So let's fill in the blanks. So m is going to equal to y2 is 15 minus y1, which is 9. x2 is negative 8 minus a negative 4. Now simplifying, m will equal to 6 divided by, now remember, this negative times a negative is a positive, so this will be negative 8 plus 4, which will give me negative 4. Then I simplify further by reducing it by dividing the top and the bottom by 2, so I get negative 3/2. What this tells me is that I have a line that is going down, and my slope falls 3 units and goes over the right 2 units. Okay? So this is my slope. So now I need to go ahead and write it in slope-intercept form. Sorry, before I get that, I have to do point-slope form. So PS, point-slope form. So y minus y1 equal to m times x minus x1. So let's fill in the blank. Y minus was my x1, my y1, it's going to be 9, equal to my slope was negative 3/2 times x minus negative 4. So y minus 9 equals to negative 3/2 x plus 4. That's what this is in point-slope form. Now, to write this, in slope-intercept form, remember I call this SI, so for short. I have to now distribute the negative 3/2 to x and the negative 3/2 to 4 to begin. So the left side stays the same. Y minus 9 equals to negative 3/2 x minus 3/2 times 4. So I leave the left side alone for now because nothing's going to happen yet. And I'm going to multiply negative 3/2 times 4. So I'm going to do 4 times 3, which is 12, then divided by 2, which is going to give me negative 6. So again, 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6, but the negative sign comes down, so it's negative 6. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 9 to both sides. And I'm going to get y equals to negative 3/2 x plus 3. And that is my slope-intercept form. Okay, so to recap real quick, you have, for number 2, you have to do the slope, find the slope first, then put it into point slope form second, and then the third part, put it into slope-intercept form if it asks you to do that, okay? Because in the notes, we're kind of doing 3 things at once, okay? So the notes starting off is saying, hey, how to find the slope, how to put it in point slope form, and then the final equation is asking you to put it into slope-intercept. That's the practice, okay?